By the end of this video, you're gonna know what it means to become more magnetic and more feminine. And when I speak on feminine energy, I am not talking about gender. This is an energy vibration that exists in every single person. We all have both masculine and feminine energy. Hey loves, welcome back to my channel, guys. If you're new here, welcome. It's your girl Danny, and on this channel I talk about all things that make you the greatest version of yourself. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss another amazing video. So as I was saying, we all have both masculine and feminine energy. And when we think of feminine energy, we think of being more receptive, allowing things to really flow, trusting, really being tapped into our emotional intuition, right? Feminine energy is tied to intuition, trust, just relaxing and allowing the results to come to you. And when you are tapped into your feminine energy, you feel so much more aligned, so much more confident. You feel that like attractive energy because you indeed do become more magnetic when you tap into your feminine energy. And I promise you, like when I started doing this, I started seeing the money coming in, the relationship that I want, the friends that I want, the opportunities, right? And it's amazing. It's such an amazing experience. Now, the difference between feminine and masculine is that feminine, like I said, it's all about flow, creativity, that soft energy, and just letting things come in. Whereas masculine energy is more so about, you know, having that strong energy, feeling like you need to be the provider, being the person that takes action, right? This is the energy that is more about being more rational, being more logical. This is the part of you that feels like you have to work harder to attract more. And so when you are too tapped into your masculine energy, you find yourself wanting to chase because you feel like you have to constantly be coming up with a solution. You're like a problem solver. So that's why it's so important to balance both of these emotions, because when you have too much masculine energy, this results into you feeling more stressed and feeling more like you need to be in control, and it leads to disappointment, right? And then if you have too much feminine energy and you're not grounding yourself, this leads to you becoming more unfocused, right? Because it's kind of like you're in la la land. Like you're just like, I can have whatever, I'm this. You need to ground yourself so that you can actually, you know, be more rooted into yourself and connected to yourself in order for you to attract the life that you want to manifest. You'll know when you're tapped into your feminine energy because you're going to feel more aligned, more attractive, more confident, and you're not going to force things. You're just going to allow things to happen for what it is. So one of the things that I started doing to fully tap into my feminine energy was I started to emphasize my worth. Like I emphasize my worth. Like I am not afraid to have high standards. I am not afraid to speak on what I want. I am not afraid to have boundaries. Why? Because that is just the level of respect that I have for myself. Like I respect myself enough to have high standards, to set those boundaries. And I'm okay with people not liking that, because again, if you know yourself and you know what you want and you have those standards, it's for a reason. And this is what's going to allow you to become more attractive and more magnetic, because especially when it comes to men, right? Men are, I'm going to say this because men carry a lot of the more masculine energy, as we all know. Men love women that know what they want. Men love women that are confident. Men love women that are assertive, that are like, okay, and that are just focused, right? And it's like, and are receptive. Like men just love women that are receptive and they're like, okay, like all I need to do is one thing, two things, and then boom, I'm gonna get X, Y, and Z. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with honoring yourself. Like a lot of people, they make it feel so wrong. Like, oh, you're so selfish and conceited. But honestly, if you're not honoring yourself, no one is gonna honor you. People only respect and honor you based off the way that you respect and honor yourself. Like if you're out here, right? Let's say a woman is out here and they're sleeping with multiple men and you're just out here doing whatever you want. Why would you expect a man to take you seriously? Versus if you're a woman and you just like to spend your time alone and you know what you want and you're not easy and you're just focused on your goals and focused on attracting and just wanting better for yourself, wanting the money, wanting the like happy life, that's what's gonna make you more attractive. Because it's like, damn, okay, like she actually values and respects herself. She's not out here chasing temporary fun. She's not out here chasing lust. Like she's out here trying to better herself. And this is going to want to make people take care of you. This is going to make people want to be kind to you, want to be giving towards you. And that's when you're going to start seeing that you're actually attracting quality people, quality opportunities in your life. Because it's not about how many people and how many things you experience, but it's about how did those experiences treat you. So there's nothing wrong with having high standards. There's nothing wrong with just like wanting to honor yourself. And if it seems selfish, then it's like, if somebody feels like it's selfish, it just says more about them. And it's like, don't try to change for anybody else. Presence and authenticity is so important. And if you allow people to come into your life and define you, or you allow people to come into your life and tell you, oh, this is the only way you could be successful, or this is the only way that you're going to be liked, or this is the only way that you could fit in, you're pulling further and further away from yourself, because now you're looking externally, trying to keep up with the trends, trying to make sure that you look and talk and act like everybody else. And it's like, how do you expect to find yourself and find what really works for you if you're living based off of other people? For example, if you grow up and your family is telling you, oh, the only way you could become successful is if you go to school, you go to college, you become a doctor, and you work every day for the rest of your life, right? So now you go ahead, you go to school, you go to college, you get a bachelor's degree, boom, you get that job that you think is your dream job, and then you're there and you feel unfulfilled, you still feel unhappy, you feel like there's something missing. And this is because you didn't actually tap into your own creativity and do the things that worked for you, because their version of success may just be something that is different for you. So now imagine that, and then imagine your life where you have a family that tells you this is what you have to do, but you don't do that, and you take that risk, you take that leap of faith, and you pour into something different. It may look different, it may feel different, it may be scary, but you still do it, right? Because you trust yourself, because you know yourself. When you receive that success in that way, you're going to feel genuinely happy and fulfilled, and you're not going to feel like there's something missing, because what you did was from you. It wasn't based off of anybody else. And this is the same with having friends, right? Sometimes people, they feel like, oh, well, if I have my makeup done and my nails done and my hair done, then that means that I'm confident. That does not mean that you're confident, because yeah, you can have the makeup, you can have the looks, but if you feel worthless, if you feel disconnected with yourself, you're gonna always feel unhappy no matter what you have in the physical realm, right? So don't try to be like everybody else. Don't feel like, oh, well, I need to be in a relationship and I need to do this because people my age are getting married and people my age are having kids. If right now what you feel is to be single and focus on you, then you should go ahead and do that. Don't feel like you have to try to keep up with life and society and expectations. I feel like the important thing is to be open to listening, be open to feedback, but don't feel like you have to respond and take action to every single thing. Like, it's okay to hear other people's opinions, hear what works for people and what doesn't, but understand, hey, I'm listening to you. Well, if that works for you, that worked for you, but it doesn't work for me, and I'm going to stand on what works for me. This makes you more attractive, because it's like, damn, like, this is somebody that really believes in herself and she's doing these things even if she got to do it alone, or he, because men can have that feminine energy as well. So if you're doing things, people are gonna be more attractive and you're gonna be more inspiring, because it's like, damn, this person did this on their own, even if they had to be alone, even if it meant missing out on certain things, even if it meant missing out on certain events, certain friends, even if it meant letting go, right? And this shows that you're not afraid. You're fearless. You're not afraid of letting go. You're not afraid of losing friends, family members. You're not okay. You're not afraid of losing that job, because you don't depend your life off of what people want of you. I don't know how to say this. You're not afraid to let go, because you honor yourself and you trust yourself, and you know, hey, I don't need this job in order for me to make money and become successful. I don't need this partner in order for me to feel loved. I don't need these friends for me to feel accepted. I can feel accepted, loved, and successful and rich on my own. And that right there, like, that's power, and that's literally energy that you're creating in yourself. And if, as you're creating this energy within yourself, you're radiating that energy externally, and you're uplifting other people simply by being you. And that is the best way to be. Like, you are worthy of getting paid to exist. You are worthy of having, meaningful relationships, connections. If you're trying to be like everybody else, you're not going to have meaningful connections. You're going to find yourself being more disappointed, because you think, oh, I have to pour in, I have to do this, and that. Yet you're going to be left drained and depleted, so you don't want to do that. And this ties into my last step, which is honestly, like, let go of neediness. Let go of the idea that you need certain things in your life, right? The only thing that you need in your life is to have a connection with you, God, the universe, whatever you guys want to call it. You do not need these physical things that are in this reality, in this matrix. They're just tools, right? Money is just a tool. Money is a tool. It's going to allow you to obviously be able to survive, be able to have what you want. You don't need to slave at a 9 to 5 for you to feel like, oh, this is the only way that I can make money. Especially in this day and age where we live in a world where we're so blessed and there are so many different ways to make money. There are so many different ways to be expressive, be creative, create your own reality, right? You need to have that mindset and knowing that you are the creator of your own reality and you don't need these things in order for you to feel happy and fulfilled, because money isn't going to buy you that happiness. Money's going to add to it. Money's going to become the cornerstone of all the peace and the happiness that you worked internally on yourself to create in your reality, right? Same with partners, same with friends. These people are made to add to your life, not to define your worth, not to define your entire existence. Because at the end of the day, you were brought here on your own. You were brought into this world on your own. You're going to die alone. And when you die, these people are not going to matter anymore. This experience, like that job, is not going to matter anymore, you know? And I always think about it like this, like, bro, if you were to die today, that job that you had, they're literally just going to replace you. You're literally that replaceable. So don't attach yourself to it and don't dwell on it so much when you know that you're easily replaceable in a relationship, in a friendship, in a job. That is just how life is, you know? So understand, like, hey, I have what I have now. I'm going to honor my experience. I'm going to accept what I have. I'm going to love what I have. But I know that I don't need to attach myself to it. And if this was to not be my life anymore, my reality, I would be okay with that. I think practicing detachment is very important when tapping into your feminine energy, because this shows you really know yourself, you really love yourself and value yourself enough to not let anybody else define your worth. And when you let go of the illusion of you needing things, this creates more space for you to, again, know yourself, know what you want, and actually tap into yourself, right? And raise your vibration. Raising your vibration is another key important factor in becoming more magnetic, right? Because we have a subconscious mind, and if subconsciously we're fearing and we're having self-doubts and we're having insecurities, it means that something isn't right. It means that we're consuming the wrong information, whether we're consuming things from the TV that we're watching, TikTok, from our friends, from gossip, conversations. Clearly there's something that we're around that is creating, because no thought is original. Like, every thought comes from somewhere. Like, I promise you, there is no original thought. Like, you could literally look it up. Like, this stuff is real. There is no original thought. Every act of fear, well, every feeling of fear and insecurity and doubt and anxiety, it stems from something, you know? So it's really important to raise your vibration. Like I said, let go of the things that don't serve you, and really start implementing words of affirmation into yourself, learning to love yourself, right? Because the point of you, like, growing and tapping into, like, this energy is finding yourself before life told you who to be, what to become, what to do. And again, in doing this, you're creating more momentum, more control in your life without actually trying to take control over your life, right? Like, when you try to take control, it doesn't work. But when you let go and you back up, you're surrendering to the universe, and you're allowing the universe to work through you, because you trust, because you're confident in that. And that's when things actually start to flow and work out, and the money that you were trying to chase is now coming to you easily and effortlessly. The relationship you were trying to force to work out, you're now receiving the relationship that was actually for you. This happened with me in my life. Like, I've had moments where, like, I've really wanted to be with someone, and I would try to force a relationship, I would try to force conversation, I would try to force, like, things, and it's because I really wanted it. But the minute I was like, you know what, I don't even want this anymore, like, I feel like I don't even want to be in a relationship, that's when I actually connected with somebody that was able to just bring me so much love. And it's kind of like what they say is, like, set it and forget it. Know what you want, have the intention, but be okay with, like, I don't have to hyper fixate on it 24/7. I can walk away, I can do what I need to do. A pot of water does not boil when you're watching it, right? When you sit in front of a pot of water and you're trying to boil it, you staring at it is not going to make it boil any faster. It's not going to make it boil. But when you go walk away, maybe you distract yourself, maybe you're prepping something else, you're getting different things, and you turn around and the water is boiling. What you want to happen is going to happen. You don't have to sit and actually watch it.